Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to GametechUK. Welcome back to a bit more painting on the old Warhammer Canis Rex. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. So in the last couple of streams we've we've built this bad boy and we've done washes on him. And in the last stream we just ended up by building the arms. Now this chainsaw weapon, which I really wanted, now this is designed to go on his left, but I also wanted the claw as well, the claw. So we had to do a little bit of reconfiguring. It does mean that most of the detail for the gun is on the inside of his leg, but that's not a problem. So yeah, we did finish with primering that, and all I've done off stream on this one is just to do the washes on the two arms. That's the only bit I did off stream. Now what you can see is, although it is slightly out of focus, but when I've switched to the other camera it'll be totally fine. You could think to yourself, well, when we first sprayed this in the silver primer, then it looked all lovely and pristine, and you know, you could be thinking, well, it's a bit ruined, it's very, very dark, the detail's been lost. But that's what we're going to be doing today, picking out the detail and bringing it back to life. And what will happen is that all those washes that we've put on will now add to the three-dimensional effect of shadowing and grime and grease all in these legs. It's going to be really cool. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. I haven't glued this down, so you can still pull this apart. Actually, that was the back of his legs. Yes, it's this way. Yeah, you can still pull him apart. So although I'm going to be using an effect called dry brushing, it does mean that it will dry pretty quickly, but rather than handle the whole model, we'll probably do one leg, say his left leg, and then the right arm, and then the right leg, and the right arm, and then the body. We can take these arms off if we need to, but we should be able to get away with doing it all in one area. So that's what we're going to do. He's a beautiful looking model, and of course we haven't even started on the armor yet. This is purely his frame, I suppose you would call it. Yeah, it's just his frame. I'm just trying to get a good camera angle with this camera. Don't worry, in a minute we're gonna be switching over to this camera, and we've got lots of focus there, so that's what we're going to be doing. At the moment we're just on this camera. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're putting loads of detail on there. I'll go through all the paints and the weapons we're going to be using to do that, but that's what we're going to be doing tonight for the next couple of hours. You can see a poll top right of your screen or just above in the chat, and it will let you know what I fancy playing next and what you want out of those. I've got a cheeky cup of tea, so we've got all of that there. Look at that, look at that tea, look. How are you anyway? It's been an absolutely beautiful day again today, isn't it? But now it's time to lock myself away in the gaming room and see whether we can bring this model back to life. Okay, let me say some lovely hellos and see who we've got in. We've got Hennin, Watford Mick, hello Ched, we've got the lovely Melody, hello Neil, how are you? Didn't get the bug? Yeah, maybe it's just on that team, or if you let the tyres get to about 28% at the end of the race. Callum Butlin, how are you, mate? Spent the afternoon with Callum, with Max, doing some go-karting. Lovely to meet you, Callum. You're an awesome geezer. We've got Dazza, hello Tanner, how are you? Polar Bear, we've got Amir, hello Gamma, how are you all? Please leave me a little cheeky like. You're not going to see me in the stream, you're only going to see my hands, but this is the important bit that we're interested in. Got P2 and P4 with Red Bull first go. Oh, nice. Yeah, don't spill any paint, yeah. More milk than tea. I know, it's not particularly strong, is it? I have had a lovely day, yeah, I have. Hello Matt Fox, how are you? Yeah, I've been go-karting with Max. Yeah, I think I've got sunburn today actually. Blood, it was roasting up there, absolutely roasting. Right, shall we get on with it? What are the weapons we're going to use? Well, I've brought myself a new set of dry brushing. The technique that we're going to be using today, or at least predominantly, is dry brushing. And for these, we've essentially got pretty much soft makeup brushes. Now, dry brushing is an effect where we're going to load the brush, and then we're going to unload it onto a paper towel or a kitchen roll, and then we are literally going to dry brush the model. And what that will do is, this is the effect we're going to be doing for the entirety of this session. We're going to be using it to shade, bring back metal, leave metal that we want, and then of course when we do little bits of details, you know, rivets and little bits, then of course we will get a fine point brush out, but predominantly we're going to be dry brushing. Oh, I've got 3 different sizes. I've not used these before. Well, as you can see, they're brand new, but I've not used these type of brushes on dry brushing. I'm probably going to start with a medium, to be honest with you. The colours that we're going to be using, now this is lead belcher. This is exactly the same as what... oh, hello, Codus. How are you? I've got chopped liver. Oh, how are you, Codus? I'm so used to not seeing you, I didn't notice you there. How are you, Codus? Now, this is the paint version of... 2 seconds. So this is what we started with. We sprayed it with lead belcher. It's by Citadel, so it's all the Warhammer stuff. So that's that in a can, basically. So what we're going to do, we're going to start by putting this back on. So we started off with the lead belcher, then we did the washes, which was none oil, and we killed the model. We absolutely drenched the model in none oil. That's what we did, and everything is black and sooty and dirty and grimy and oily. And now the job is tonight is to pull all that detail back, leaving all that grime and shadowing, and you end up with a 3-dimensional model. That's what we're after. So that's yeah, that's the none oil. So that's one paint that we're going to be using, and to shade this paint even further, we're going to be using a lighter version of it, which is called dry necrom compound. So, you know, not only are we going to have the darker base that we're going to leave behind, that's the washes that we're going to leave in all the recesses and all the bits that level 1, if you like. Level 2 is putting the silver back on, and then shading that silver is the necron dry compound. Now all of this is going to be dry brushed. We are going to be picking out, especially while things dry as well, little bits of piping, all that sort of stuff with retribution armor. This goes really, really well with the lead belcher. It's a lovely, in fact I used it quite a bit on this one. You can see it's got a nice what would you say, contrast to the silver, the lead belcher. So that's what we're going to be doing now. And I'm going to be using, now on this I dry brush with quite a big brush, and it really has obviously scarred the edges and taken all the paint off, which is great, but I'm going to go for a slightly different effect with these brushes. And then we're going to be doing some pipes in red as well, just to really make that colour pop. I'm going to be painting his eyes, because he has got, we're going to be painting this as well, giving him some really freaky eyes. Obviously there will be a cover over this, but you'll still see his eyes behind it. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing. So shall we just get on with it? In fact, let me how are you? I want to know how you are before we start, just whilst I finish my tea. Now of course that is out of focus there, but I've trained the camera to be in focus at about that distance, so that's perfect. You'll get hopefully a good shot of the work that I'm doing. Doing a demo, we can play multiplayer. Oh yeah, they do that every year. Well, every year that it's out. Yeah, that would be cool. 24th of September, is that when it is? How are you, Ram Rider? So hopefully you've left me a little cheeky like. Let's start now. Let's move this out. So what we're going to be doing, and we will start on one of his legs, I think. And like I say, we will go with the medium. So a lovely brand new brush. Look at that. These are I got these on Amazon delivered today. They're by the Army Painter, which is if you go on Amazon and type any kind of modelling paint, you'll get loads of Army Painter stuff. I think they're sort of in competition, if you like, with Warhammer. The Army Painter does a load of World War II stuff. We're going to use lead belcher. We're going to give this a little shake. A bit sad that your base at the river is completely gone. Oh my god, is it really, Chris? What, completely gone? Bloody hell. Well, okay, I need to have a look into how to turn that off then, because we can't have that, can we? Yeah. Will you be having a small refreshment or two while doing this? Well, I've got a cup of tea. Yeah, I've got a tea. So all I'm going to do to start with is just feed the brush a little bit. I don't want to go overboard with this, absolutely not. These brushes do suck up the paint quite a lot as well. And then, believe it or not, we're basically going to rub this until the paint's off. until it's almost off, because we're not painting tonight, we're dry brushing. And once you see the effect, if you don't know what I mean, you will get it straight away. So let's start on this side, and I'm just going to err on the side of caution, just take a little bit more off, and then just give it a very, very... No, it's too much on there. About 50 raiders come in, wiped out everything. I need to turn that off, don't I? Oh my god. Right, okay. You can already see the scratched effect, which I'm going for, but there's a little bit too much on the brush. That wasn't what I was after. So I'm going to go very, very gentle. Very gentle. And you will see that we're going to be putting detail back into this model now. Now this is a very, very laborious job if you want it done properly. There's nothing worse than dry brushing that's been rushed, or a dry brushing attempt that's had too much paint on the brush. You don't want that. It's dry brushing. It's basically brushing almost like an empty brush onto the model and getting a shading effect. I mean, this can be done with an airbrush, but I want to show what can be done with brushes. There you go, look at that, just for a few minutes work. Can you see now already you've got detail on now? And dry brushing is just fantastic, it really is. You can put in what you want. You can tell a story with all the marks, all the shading. You can almost replicate, if you want to go that far, where the light source is coming from on a model by putting more shading in certain areas. But you can see that we're actually pulling that silver back now. We're getting rid of the dark wash. We're not, we're painting over it. But in terms of modelling, we're actually getting rid of that dark wash and putting the silver back, which is lovely. And it's not sort of rocket science. It's a very, very easy effect. Yeah, very easy. You can see that already, can't you? Now, this camera is actually going to be quite unforgiving with regards to detail. It's 4K. You wouldn't normally look that close on the model. You know, when it won't focus, but when you look at a model, it sort of be like that. We're going to be very, very unforgiving, and it's showing up everything. So if we can make it look good on this camera, it will most definitely look good in real life. Oh, too much on the paint. Obviously my job is to try and keep the camera in focus for you, or keep the model in focus for you. So we can move on now and do all the rest. And this is cool because it's instant gratification, it really is. Wherever you rub with the dry brush, you get the effect. Now bits like that are totally fine because it looks like scratches, so that's fine. I mean, this is going to be full of scratches, absolutely full. Now you can see if on those rivets and the sort of ball joint, I suppose it would be. You know, if you compare that with that, there's absolutely no detail there. It's all been washed out. The detail has been taken away effectively. Now, like I say, it's quite unforgiving, this camera angle, but you can see that now, by the time we paint them rivets, now we might not want to paint them. I'm thinking of painting them a little gold colour, maybe a rusty colour, but by the time we paint those rivets, wow, we're going to be pulling some detail out of here. I know that's not in focus, but at least you can see what I'm doing. I need to hold it a little bit tighter. That's it. So this is tonight's drama. This is why I labelled it as a very relaxing stream. It's going to be cool. Just sit back, chill, relax. I wonder if I rub my wife with a brush. Hello, Crusader. Thank you very much. I was just thinking there, dip brush in paint, take it all off, waste of paint. Yes, yeah, definitely, yeah, absolutely. But you can start picking up now. This is all on the paper towel, so we can start picking that up on the brush. And the paint isn't hugely expensive, not for the model that you're painting and the effect that you're after. Now look at that there. That instantly looks. I don't know what you think, but I think that looks fucking awesome. Look at that. You can see where all the scratches are, where the leg moves. That's exactly what I'm after, certainly for layer 1 anyway. Don't forget, this is, well, layer 2 essentially, isn't it? Layer 3. Layer 1 was the lead belcher undercoat. Layer 2 was the wash. Layer 3 is the dry brush of lead belcher. And then what we're going to do a little bit later on is dry brush over the top of that with an even lighter shade. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And in between dry brushing, I'm going to be picking out detail as well to further enhance what we're looking at. Ready, layer 1. How are you, Codus? Are you painting at the moment, or are you sort of moved on from that, or are you still doing it? I know you haven't moved on, but are you in a building phase? Just got to make sure that actually I think the paintbrush is empty now, possibly. Yeah, there's a little bit of a burr there, but again, that is not a problem because it looks like scratches, and that's what we're after on something like this. Remember, this is not a pristine model. This is this model is thousands, or this beast, if you like, this warlord is thousands of years old. He does go to war, but he is quite revered apparently by his army. He is top dog, so he's going to be used, but he's also going to be looked after, and that's the sort of effect that I'm going for. I'm going to make the armor a little bit more pristine than the underside of the body, with the sort of thought that, you know, the underside of the body, the main frame, that takes the brunt, and they really look after the armor, and that sits all on top of this, which we haven't really seen yet because we've been concentrating on this. Now this is a very, very slow progress, but who cares? That's what modeling's all about. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter one bit. Balls deep in Elden Ring. Wow, you're still doing it. Nice. Revered in a religious manner, not just a military manner. Yes, exactly, Chris. I can't believe all our base in Conan is gone. Is it all gone? Right, let's get some more paint. Let's get some more paint on. So yeah, hopefully you've left me all a little cheeky like. I would appreciate that. It does help out the stream. I might go down to the smaller brush in a second, but we'll just finish this. Well, not finish it, because this is a very sort of it's full of titillation dry brushing. You don't really go, oh, that's finished. It's permanently titillating it, moving the paint around. If you go too far, obviously don't forget you could put some of the wash back on if you didn't like it. That is my only worry about streaming now. I almost feel I've got to get it right first time, because ordinarily if I didn't like it, I'd just go, well, that looks shit, put some wash over it, start again tomorrow. But obviously we can't do that. It's got to be right first time, so I'd rather take even more time over it. Look at what we're doing here, though. Can you see? It's a very cheap effect. Like, you're getting instant gratification on that. No longer does it just look like that, which is nothing, just black wash. Look, we've actually got detail in there. It's fantastic. It's a very, very enjoyable part of the model making. Very enjoyable. And look at all the edges. Once you touch them, now that looks like worn out paint, worn out metal, just by one brush. Look, one brush. Look at that. It's such a cheap effect and quite gratuitous. It's just easy. It's a very, very easy effect. Obviously, when you're painting all the armor, that takes a little bit more skill. But this is, yeah, this is a lovely effect to deal with. Wait, what? Mortuary Assistant? Yeah, I played a demo actually many months ago on one of the Steam demo Steam Fest things, and we played it. It was a very short demo, but I've got the full game now. or we're playing F1 Manager, which we were playing last night, or we're going back in the Conan. Although, are you saying everything's gone? What do you mean by glaze? Well, tell me what you mean, and I'll tell you if I know what you mean. Now, don't forget, at the front of this model, this is actually all going to be covered up. But do we care? No, I don't care. I don't care one bit. I want to be able to peer. Like, that's the front. That's going to have an armour panel around there. But around the back, you can peer in. And I want it to be absolutely spot on. Right, one favourite bit which I've been looking forward to, trying not to touch the dry brushing area now, is the feet of the model. Can't wait to do that. That's really going to come up well. I need more paint. Yeah, I need more paint. We need more paint. Mortuary was a bit scary. It was a bit freaky, wasn't it? It was. I think I might have had a couple of jump scares in there. So certainly it's not a waste of paint, because if you just lobbed all this paint on, it would look shit. Dry brushing it doesn't look shit. So it is I suppose it could be seen as a bit of a waste, but it's not. Right, get most of the paint off. You can see how much is down there though. Get you in focus. No, too much. Probably still too much, so I'm just gonna spread that across the four feet. No, too much. Oh, I got you, Codus, yeah. I have got some washes that I've made up myself. Yeah, we want a very, very metallic, especially on these feet. They're going to be touching everything, aren't they? Oh, look at that now. Now we're talking. Like I say, this camera is going to be quite unforgiving, so if I can make it look good on this camera, it's going to look good to the naked eye. This is 4K camera, but obviously only streaming it to you in 2K, but that's very, very unforgiving. Too hard or too complicated? Well, Peter, do you watch F1 in real life? If you do, then you'll be absolutely fine. If you don't, then yes, probably. That would be my advice based on yesterday's stream. But I don't know much about it, only what I watch. So if I'm doing alright with it, you definitely will. A little bit too much in that corner, so I'm just going to rough that up a little bit and try and blend that in. Oh, I'm happy with that already. Look at that. Like I say, it's going to be quite unforgiving. But if you compare that just with black and nothing else, what do you think as an effect? I am going to swap. I'm going to swap to the smaller brush. I'm just going to put some water on there. Tires are on 80%. Oh, I don't know, Neil. Maybe it's that team then. Yeah, no idea. Right, let's go to the smaller brush. I need more control. Let's have me cheeky bit of tea. Yeah, I've never really liked a wet palette, but for this, absolutely, yes, you're right. For this, it would be perfect, wouldn't it? Bear with me if things aren't in focus all the time. It is quite difficult to make sure you're seeing everything. Right, smaller brush, so I should be able to do more with this now. That's better. Can you see the effect that it's adding? You don't have to do that much. Sometimes less is more on here as well. You know, you have got to know when to stop with this effect, because otherwise, before you know it, you'll look at it and think, oh, that just looks like silver when we started. You say it looks like the light is catching that. It's not. It's the silver. And it's actually around the back where we're going to see, because like I say, there's going to be an armor plate on the front. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Out of focus is standard, yeah. So I'm going to do one leg and then swap to the other arm, and that way it can dry a little bit. We're dry brushing very, very fine layers of paint, so it's not going to take long to dry, or at least dry for me to move on to the next area. Right, let me get the other camera and just see whether we can get a better view of that. Whoa. It's hard to get in focus unless I'm right up close, but yeah, you've just got the black effect there. Yeah, it's really hard. Or we've got a much better detail. Yeah, that's really difficult to actually show you on that camera. Really difficult. But yes, a much better effect, and one that once done all over, wow, is gonna look awesome. In fact, what I might do is, let me turn that light down. You might be able to pick up more of it. Yeah, you can. Yeah. The light was too much. Look, it was bleaching out a little bit. Yeah, that is better. Now you can see a lot more, can't you? And like I say, it's only layer 3, I suppose. But if you compare that to that there, just being black, full of wash, zero detail, apart from what's moulded into the plastic, compared with 10 minutes of dry brushing, it's crazy, isn't it? Cool. Right, we'll put that down there. Let's get one of his arms. I think what we'll do is we'll take this arm off, I think, so we can get along the side there, because what I'd like to do when it's all done is pick out some wiring. Again, this is going to be covered up with a huge piece of armor, but it would be nice to put some detail in there, wouldn't it? Why not? Okay, let's get some more paint. I need to relax because my back's going here. I'm hunched over, which I shouldn't be. I was a little bit nervous today. I said to Mrs. I'm a little bit nervous actually, because of what I've just told you, which is, you know, when you're doing it on stream, I've got to do it right the first time. I can't spend an hour doing it and go, I don't like that, I'm going to put a wash over it and start again. You just can't. Right. You're better off to take too much off. Hello, beard, how are you? Yeah, you're better off to take too much paint off. Oh, no, it's too much on there. Right, let's start with the edges. Let's get you in focus. That's it. You don't want it to be an instant effect. You want, it's dry brushing. You want to have to brush it a few times to really pick out that detail. Oh, that's lovely, that is. We can do this on all the frame. Once you get the paint on your brush, it actually goes quite far. And doing it this way, you're going to leave all that grime where it should be, all down the recesses of the model. Like, it looked great when it was all silver, didn't it? But it didn't look real because there was no shadowing, no level of grime. Totally and utterly pristine. You're stressed? Oh, bloody hell. I'm always stressed recently. I said to my missus, I'm always fucking stressed now. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I feel I'm 6 months behind. I've got to catch up. Crazy. That's it. Just need some more paint. That would be weird. Yes, it would. But you'd support me. Well, thank you. See the effect there? it instantly looks worn out, used, and real, rather than just nothing, just splotchy and washed. Well, I hope you're not stressed. That's the idea of these streams, certainly, at least. I have enjoyed doing these painting streams. I've really liked just promising to do it all on stream. Everything here, we've done it all on stream. Right, because there's a little bit too much on the brush, I'm going to go over each and every bit that I want, and then I can go back and move that paint around. That is one way of doing it, or you can just keep doing the paper towel until you've got the amount that you like. And this is quite a, well, I wouldn't call it tedious, but some people would call it tedious. It is quite a tedious job. I mean, you know, we've got shitloads to go over, absolutely shitloads. But that's the fun of model making, isn't it? There is no rush, there is no stress. There is no time, you shouldn't put a time limit on, it's just, you're doing it because you find it relaxing. Is it slightly out of focus? Well, it depends on where I'm holding it. I mean, probably not there. Maybe I need to come a little bit closer. Actually, what I'll do is, let me change it. 2 seconds. Right, about there, I would say. Actually, no, it is in focus. I'm holding my paintbrush in my mouth. I haven't just started doing impressions. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. That seem alright? Just come over and be cameraman. Yeah, you can come over, Pug. I'm looking forward to meeting up with Pug again. We're having a bit of a meet up on the 11th of September at Brands Hatch. Need some more paint. Am I alright? Yeah, I'm alright. You alright? I'm alright. You alright? I mean, we've got an entirely silver paper towel, but that doesn't matter. I'm just going to move these bits of paint onto different areas that I want to do, and then move it about. These are actually literally going to be covered up, but I still want to know they're all done. Than you, I don't want to think, well, that's covered up. I want it to look perfect as a frame, and then we'll stick the armour on. This bit not, because the arm does go over that. Oh, that looks cool. A little exhaust with dry brushing on there. I like that. Like I say, it's quite a cheap effect, isn't it? I mean, it's only silver paint, and all of a sudden you've got something that looks like metal. Very, very cheap, easy effect. Did you know your Conan camp was gone? Yeah, heard about that. I'm going to have to turn the raiding off, aren't I? Yeah, because I can't have that. What's the point of that? That would just make me not want to play the game. Imagine if that had been some extravagant base that we'd just started. Bloody hell. No thank you. Could you get that heat treated effect on the exhaust, like the rainbowy effect? You can do, yeah, you can do. I've got some weathering powders that where are they? Where are they? I've got I mean, the only thing is that is a heat shield, so you wouldn't get it directly on a heat shield. You would get it on an actual exhaust, wouldn't you? But we can certainly try and do that. I can't find where the weathering powders are, but yeah, there's like a blue effect, and yeah, absolutely, we can try that without a doubt. So my plan is to do it with this lead belcher to start with, and then we'll go through with the even brighter silver to give that silver some kind of shadowing effect as well. Question: why don't you use an airbrush to paint it? Well, a lot of people just assume that airbrushing is the way to go, and I have got an airbrush. I have got a model railway in my loft. I wouldn't say I'm experienced with the airbrush, because all I actually used the airbrush for was weathering track. But I don't know, I like to show that you can paint a model and make it look good with that. Just that. You don't need a 200 quid airbrush. You don't need to spend an hour cleaning it. You can get a paintbrush out and you can paint a model. I prefer to show that, really. Eventually, when I move on to car models, then yes, I will probably get an airbrush, although I'm going to start with rattle cans because I'm pretty good with a rattle can. Yeah, my answer to that is you don't need an airbrush. Yeah, and airbrushing actually puts a lot of people off because they think, well, I don't know how to airbrush, I don't know how it all works. Right, I think that's pretty good for that side, considering it just looks like that, which is dark, boring. Look at the exhaust. You know, we've got some sort of character on it now. Again, my only worry is that this camera angle this close and that high sort of clarity is going to be very, very unforgiving. But if I can aim to make that look good on this camera angle, then, well, it's definitely going to look good in real life with the naked eye. Absolutely. Like I say, all of this is going to be covered up, but we want to do it properly. So you can see dry brushing is fun. At least I think it is anyway. Like these bits here, look, it's almost like you're adding a light source. You're adding a light source to it, really. So that's got like a silver. It does actually look like the light is catching it, but it's not. Silver shading, or you've got no shading at all. Yeah, it's cool. An airbrush setup cost. Yeah, not only that, I'll tell you the thing that puts me off of airbrushing is the cleanup. It's not so bad if you're using acrylics, but you start using enamels, anything like that, or proper paint. What's it called? Like two pack? Not 2-pack Shakur, just 2-pack paint. Bloody hell, the cleanup. You can be cleaning it for hours. Plus a brush would give more texture. Yeah, it does, yeah. I mean, if you're an expert, well, I'm not an expert, but I'm saying an expert with a paintbrush can get a lovely job, and an expert with a airbrush can get a lovely job. I think as a novice or a sort of medium grade modeler, I've got more chance of being in control of the finish on a paintbrush than trying to learn airbrushing. Like I say, I've used an airbrush, I've got a basic airbrush, but it's just for running up weathering in the middle of a track. There is no sort of style or grace to it. So I certainly wouldn't say I'm experienced with an airbrush. And I just want to show that it can be done with a couple of quid's worth of brush. There we go. We're going to move to his other leg in a minute. There's some lovely detail on this model though, isn't there? So hopefully you're alright just chilling out watching some dry brushing tonight, because that's what you're getting. You asked me to keep it all on stream and not build any of this off stream, so this is what you get. This is what you have to go through to get a nicely finished model. Happy with the dry brushing so far though. Oh, some of the, if you go on YouTube and look at the pros, they use airbrushes, and the effect is artistry. without a shadow of a doubt. You know, they might be painting a model, but they're actually painting a real masterpiece of a picture. That's what they're doing. Well, I'm not up to that standard, and I just want to show that everyone can have a go. Really, look at all that in there. Look, all them pipes. Now we can actually pick up, even though a lot of this is going to be covered up, I do love that with models where you can sort of peer down and look up underneath the armour. We can do some colour in there, some red and green pipes, electrical. We'll be doing that tonight as well. But first and foremost, we're just killing the wash a little bit. That's what we're doing. Eunice wants to get into Dungeons and Dragons, so yeah, oh God, Beard, yeah. I mean, don't forget, I'm not even playing with this bloody model. I'm building it purely as a model that will go and look lovely on a shelf. Maybe in months to come, years to come, I will play with it. But at the moment, this is purely just a model. Right, I think that's enough dry brushing on that. I really do. Don't forget the that's going to be there to cover it up anyway, so we're not going to see a lot of that. But yes, I think don't worry about that. That is going to be covered up by that arm. I'm really not going to paint under there. But if we're looking around, all around here, all in there in the recesses, all underneath, all around there, all up in the exhaust, we'll pick out some colour on these, and all up there. I don't want to go too much. I think that's enough. So we're going to put that down there. Go back to the leg. And start on the other side. How much does a blank typical model cost? Well, this is a £100 model, but you certainly don't have to start with these models. I think this one, which is still a healthy size, you know, if we compare him, you know, I know it's a little bit out of focus, but the focus is set for here. But if we compare these models size-wise, you know, there's a lot of detail in this. I think this was about £45. It's not finished yet, not finished by a stretch of the imagination. I haven't done any weathering on that side. But yeah, that was about £45. I think you get a lot of detail, a lot of model, I think, for that money. But you can get Warhammer stuff that's like £15. You know, it's hobby money. Yeah, just that section has so much detail to paint. Yeah, I relish that though. I bloody relish it. I love it, and I want to do it all on stream with you. Okay. Oh, there's nothing wrong with an airbrush, and I probably will move on and start singing the praises of an airbrush, won't I? But for now, this is where certainly my little niche on the stream. I like to show that you know, there's probably people thinking, oh, I fancy doing a bit of modelling, which there are because we've had conversations about it. I don't want you to think, oh shit, yeah, but I need to go and buy a £300 airbrush though. Oh, I won't do that. No, you do not need one. You don't need it. You can do it with a brush. These 3 brushes, now this is for airbrushing, so this is the technique that I'm doing. These 3 brushes arrived today. I think there was about £11. I shall look after them, clean them, and they'll last ages. If we don't like some of the bits that we've done, we can put wash back over. Ed 209, yeah, he is a bit like him, yeah. You see, the modelling that I've got planned here on the channel is there's a nice bit of variation. You've got this, which this is my favourite sort of weathering. I love weathering and making things look old. And we've got the Brabham 1975 F1 car, which I'm going to be building. There'll be no weathering on there. That will be built as a pristine model. We've got the JPS 97T Lotus. That will be built pristine. We've got an X-Wing. That will be built all battered up. Yeah, loads of variation for you. Can you see it all right? Are you happy with the angle and the quality and the focus? Is it watchable? Please let me know. I'm looking down to the model and I'm looking up to my sort of preview screen, just trying to keep everything together. Now these cables, this sort of corrugated. Now in my mind, I'm thinking, right, I'm going to leave them. I want them to look really, really dirty. I'm imagining that's either for sort of hydraulic air, or there's a lot of cables contained within that sort of what would you call it? Not corrugated, but so them I'm going to leave and maybe just chuck a little bit of silver on there just to give it a little bit of shadow. But I want to leave that like that. These cables, these ones here, we're going to be painting them different colours, probably that gold sort of retributor colour, picking out those details there. Right. But yeah, this is obviously if I was doing it on my own, I'd have a bit of music on, or this is an enjoyable process because if you just take your time, the model comes to life before your very eyes. Flexible conduit. I know. I'm surprised they didn't just say shock absorber. That's what I normally call everything. Yes, conduit. That's it. Yeah. What you tempted on? Tell me. I want to be tempted too. Right, back on the feet. Too much paint. Just going by the noise the brush makes on the model, I take it that is metal. No, this is all plastic. All plastic. Now, I know you said about the sound, but if you're sort of convinced in your mind that's metal, that's fantastic, and that means that we're doing something right. I know you based it on sound probably alone, but the fact that you would even mistake it for metal is fantastic. That's good. That's what I want to hear. Like I say, I know you was basing it on sound. But yes, we want it to look like metal. I mean, that looks like metal, doesn't it? If I told you that was metal, you'd believe me. So that's good. Love that. Oh, the McLaren MP4. Yes, we'll be racing with that. Yeah, God, yeah, we'll be doing that. I don't want to take too much off this feet. Is it picking up the noise of the brushing? That's really good if it is. I like that. What? 8 million, bloody hell. Gone were the times when they used to do an update on Gran Turismo and I'd jump on and, worst case scenario, I'd go and buy a car for 99p. That's ridiculous. I bet it's in the legendary thing, isn't it? That's too much, isn't it? Bloody hell. 8 million, I don't know how I'm going to afford that. And there was me the other day going, oh, should we go? I thought it was actually, when did I think it was? I can't remember. Wednesday when we did Cone. And I was like, oh, should we do a Gran Turismo stream? We could get the McLaren. I thought the update was out Wednesday for some reason. Even if it was out Wednesday, I wouldn't be able to. I've got about 500,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Nah, too much paint. I know. I've never had 8 million in the game. Never. So yeah. Oh, that's a nice effect there. Look at that. That's good. Oh, that was a mixture between cool and good. That's good. That's good. That is. Hopefully you are enjoying this, though. I know it's not. Well, if you like modelling, you'll like it. Obviously, if you're just dropping in, you might think, bloody hell, what am I watching? But this is modelling. This is what you do. This is it. This is where the enjoyment comes from. Oh, look at that. Now, that really does look metallic and metal, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Hello, Zevo. How are you? Have you used dry brushing on your Warhammer models? Do you use that effect? Now again, don't worry too much about that seam because a lot of this is going to be covered up with that armour. Oh, Metallica's here, how are you? He's rocking about 8.2 mil. Bloody hell. He hasn't been spending then, has he? Bit more paint. I think we'll add a little bit more to the feet. The ability to rob banks, bloody hell. It has, I wouldn't say it's spoilt the game. It's halted enjoyment in the game with everything being so expensive. But we're here for the long term. It just means that on Tuesday I can't say, oh, should we have an MP4 bloody race, because I doubt anyone will have it. Right, back to these feet a little bit more. Tight as a duck's arse. See how easy it is just to add that effect. Look at that. We're literally just touching it so lightly, and it brings all the edges up. It's a fantastic effect. Very, very easy. It's like you're adding a light source to it, almost like the light is ching 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 ching. It's not. It's built into the model. I tell you, I'm so happy to be building models on the channel. I bloody love it. I really do. And I know it's not going to be to everyone's taste, and I know, like on a Friday night, what we got in 83, maybe there'd be more if I was playing Gran Turismo, whatever. We're just here for, you know, whatever we want to do, aren't we? I'm going to use that pen in a minute as well. You know that metallic pen that I've got, the chrome pen? I'm going to put chrome in there because these are actual shock absorbers. You know, they're going to move in and out as the legs move. I want that to be shiny chrome, because that would be shiny, however old it is. You like the banter, awesome. How's the healthy eating going? It's slipped a little bit because we're all on holiday, we're all out of routine. I trust me, a burger hasn't passed my mouth. Kentucky hasn't. McDonald's, nothing like that. But maybe a bit of fish and chips I've had. I had a chicken kebab, but I didn't have the doner meat. Just little bits, really. I had my first 2 bags of crisps this afternoon since my operation. We was go-karting and I was bloody starving, so I had a couple of bags of crisps. They had Golden Wonder smoky bacon, and I bloody love Golden Wonder crisps. I really do. I'm a bit of a sucker for them. Had one. I've moved over to Diet Coke entirely. I don't have sugar on my breakfast or sugar in my tea. That's all gone. So yeah, I've made a lot of changes for the good. Yeah, slipped a little bit just because we're out of routine, because everyone's on holiday, the kids are on holiday, but nothing that can't be pulled back. I haven't been silly or anything. Oh, I'm feeling 100%. Oh my god, yeah, 100%. We did the track walk today at the go-kart track, and well, Matt will tell you. Matt was there last time we went go-karting. I took Matt go-karting, and I was worried that I would even complete the lap, because I can't remember when it was. Say it was about I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, Matt. I don't know if he's still there, but a couple of weeks before that, I went indoor go-karting, and I had to pull over because I just couldn't complete it. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Now I'm stomping around the bloody track. Yeah, I could go out running. I could do anything. I'm not hindered in any way. My god, that does look good. I really like that. That's awesome. You slipped on your diet. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it though. You know, the last thing I want to do for the first week, as I come out of hospital, not come out, but finish the procedure, I was like, right, that's it. And I was so adamant nothing was going to pass my mouth. No, take the crisps away. No, I'm only eating this. Oh, what's that got in it? Oh, no, watch that oil. And it wasn't sustainable. It really wasn't. My missus was like, look, just calm down. Come on. And then I relaxed a little bit. And I thought, yeah, you can. That's the whole point. You can have a healthy diet with the odd little treat. And I'm not talking about, you know, Chineses. I haven't had a Chinese or anything like that, but you can have a healthy diet and still enjoy yourself. And I think once I got my head around that, I was all right, especially as my heart problems aren't through eating, drinking and smoking, because I mean, I'm not fat, am I? And I don't drink, and I don't smoke. It's hereditary, so it's not like I've got this, you know, life-changing decision to make about my lifestyle. My lifestyle isn't that bad. It was hereditary, and, you know, can't change that. Simply drop its proportion with other stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, now here we go. Check this out. This is all going to come to life now. Can you see the effect happening? I mean, can you see it on the... Are you aware of what's going on? Can you see it through the webcam? Can you see what we're doing here and the before and after effect? I'm losing weight though, but I lost about, I think about £6, £7, £8, something like that. But yeah, once the kids go back to school, our diets always go a bit shit on the holiday. I mean, probably everyone's does. Everyone. Because look at today, like I said to Mrs. should we have fish and chips today, just as a little treat? We was go-karting took way longer than we first thought, and she went, no, come on, we're being good. Well, we're trying to be as good as we can. She come home and she cooked some teriyaki sort of like flash fry steak and rice, and dinner was ready, I think, in less than 10 minutes, and I'm glad I didn't have fish and chips. It's just about making little choices. I feel better, and it didn't cost me 30 quid. I'm trying to save money. Yeah. Is this watching paint dry? I think it might be. And I know it's only going to suit certain people. It's all good. He took us out for a shawarma. Oh my, those things are dangerous. Yeah, I haven't had a curry or anything like that. I haven't had a Chinese. Most importantly, I haven't wanted any of that stuff as well. I think once you start to eat healthy, it comes very easy. It really does. But you can't beat yourself up if you do have something, because it's easy to... Usually beating yourself up on a diet means that you've had something you shouldn't have, like an afters or an afternoon cake, and then you go to the cupboard and you think, well, fuck it, I've ruined it, so why not ruin it some more? That's not good, is it? That's not going to get you anywhere. That's only going to make you feel worse the next day. If you have been naughty, in inverted commas, the best thing to do is just go, right, okay, well, there's some water, some fruit, I'll pick it up tomorrow. Yeah, everything in moderation, absolutely. Everything. Even modelling. We've all done it. Our wives have all done it, where they've been on a diet, they mess up, or whatever you want to call it. And then they go to the cupboard, or we go to the cupboard and just go, fuck it. I suppose that's how all sorts of addictions work. Alcohol, I don't know. I've never been addicted to alcohol, but maybe if you're trying to cut drinking and you slip up and you have a night on the beer, you might wake up the next day and go, oh, fuck it, let's go out on a bender. That's how benders start, isn't it? I don't know. I don't drink or smoke. I say I don't drink. I have the odd whiskey, as you know. The only time I ever drink is on stream, and when did you last see me drink? I might... oh, that looks nice. I might have a little whiskey later. What's the... can someone tell me what's winning in the poll? Oh, this is just lovely. This is... Yeah, that's going to be cool. Really nice. Really nice. Right, I'm just going to put a little bit of water on that brush. Let's get my my chrome pen, which I've never used before. I just want to see if it's going to work. F1 Manager is working. Nice. Or winning, sorry. There's only one problem with that, and I'm going to have to start again. Because there's a game-breaking bug, and I'm going to have to go to someone else and not Alpha Romeo, because I tried it today, this morning. Oh, what's that's what? How does that work then? Because that's a complete clean nib. Do you have to shake it? Are you saying we force you to drink? No. Oh, only 57. 59%. Yeah, I got you. Is this something you have to keep pressing? Or is it something I have to take apart? Before use, cover the cap and shake it. Press the nib to let out air, first time only. Press the nib down continuously until the ink oozes out. I know that's not in focus because it's designed for that to be in focus. Come on, Chrome Pen, please cover the pen. Do not squeeze the tip of the pen during writing. Press down the nib continuously until the ink oozes out. Okay, let's give it a good shake first. Should have to press it to get it flowing. Yeah, yeah. Mortuary will come another night. Yeah, that was fun. The demo, wasn't it? Look at that action though. That's a professional, isn't it? She's not coming yet. She needs a bit more work. Look at that! The finger blaster 5000. Makes me feel alive and forget about bad stuff. Oh, here we go. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, it just needed a much better shake. This is actually a little bit thicker than I first wanted. This is going to be difficult, but we're just going to try it. Yeah, we're going to try it. Oh god, that's exactly the effect. Exactly. Oh my god, yeah. Because the shock absorber part, you know, where it's permanently going up and down, it would stay greased and clean. It's going to be hard to get in the recess, but if I put enough on, I should be able to work it around with another brush. Actually, even just like that though, in the middle. Again, that's really unforgiving, that camera, because it's so close. Yeah, because it's so close, like to the eye, I'm thinking, wow, that actually looks like proper chrome. Yeah. And you'll see when I take my usual pictures, when it goes out into the garden with the grass and the really nice lighting, you'll see how unforgiving this camera angle actually is. But that's good. That's good. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see whether we can go to another camera and see what's going on. Yeah. It's really hard to see on this camera. Really hard. Put it onto a small brush. Yes, I'm just going to do that first layer like that. Because to the eye, oh my god, to the eye that looks like... It doesn't matter that the end parts are a little bit messy. You know, the top and bottom. That looks really good to the eye, trust me. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame that this camera angle is so unforgiving. Love it. That's a really good chrome effect, that, I must say. Yeah, it goes on really well. Could be a white balance, yeah. Because I've also got this as well. Sort of like different temperatures of the light. Now that looks good, doesn't it? Now tell me that doesn't look like proper chrome. Yeah, that's really good. There's a little bit missing there. Doesn't even have to go clean to the bottom, actually. I think just pressing it like that. Oh god, that looks really good. Look at that. That's really good. Happy with that. Yeah, you can change the colour temperature of the light. Yeah, exactly, Zivo. It wouldn't be like perfectionally clean, would it? It would be a little bit messed up, but to the eye, god, I'm so happy with that effect. That's really, really good. Yes, again, another cheap effect, quick cheap effect. That's yeah, very happy with that. Right, back to dry brushing. How am I finding F1? Yeah, love it, Chris. Yeah, I do like it. I did break it though. That's the only problem. I found a bug. Right, more dry brushing, please. I'll put some of this Retributor armor detail in a second. That will all help bring it out as well. Right, we'll do this bit here. A little bit too much paint. We just do it on these little, you know, we've got this conduit. I want to leave that conduit dirty, but these little, oh, God knows what they'd be called. We want to burr them up a little bit with silver. There you go. And there, and there. But they've been all dirty in the recesses down there, you know, that's going to add not only a realistic feel to how dirty and grimy it would be, but also shadowing as well, which gives you that 3D effect, I suppose, is what I was talking about. I mean, that's all dirt and grime. Love it. Very, very happy with this. We'll put some more dirt and wash in there, although saying that, again, a lot of it is going to be covered up, but now we're looking at that now with a bit of character in there, aren't we? It's not just a simple wash. Oh, that chrome. The chrome is hard to see on this camera because it's really unforgiving, but in the naked eye I'm so happy with that chrome effect. That's proper made it for me, that is. Yeah, really good. Isn't it a flange? If you want it to be a flange, sweetheart, it bloody well can be. Let's make sure we're in there. So I think the next thing that we're going to do is just add that little bit of detail with that Retributor armor. Pick out a few little bits that we want to do. Maybe paint some of the wires in there. Just touch that up gently. Again, I think this camera is going to be a bit unforgiving because normally, you know, you'd paint that, then you'd go away to sort of that angle and it would look absolutely awesome. I think the fact that we're going to see it there might show it up a little bit, but that's all good. Oh, this is another bit I've been looking forward to as well. That's dirty. Let's turn that down. Just sort of running across the top of it. I need more paint. More paint, Vicar? Did you see Max got the black flag at the end there, Callum? Oh, poor old Max. He had a bit of a mare this afternoon at go-karting. He was doing so well. There's three heats and then a final. For the final, he started with enough points to start 7th. And at one point, he was so comfortable in 2nd. It's fucking awesome. I think we had about 3 minutes left to go. And he had a bit of a coming together with another racer. And he got a black flag and he ended up last, poor sod. He was doing so well. He was on his way to his first proper podium up there. Maybe even a win, but I think that might have been a bit of a stretch because the winner was, the leader was out by quite a bit. But yeah, he ended up with a black flag instead. He had to go into the pits, get a bollock in and go back out, and he was last. It was just one of them things. It was one of them things. The only thing is, he'd already had a bit of a coming together with this person. Oh yeah, we haven't started around here yet, have we? Look, right. So let's get an idea of what this looks like here. What's it like without this great big light? Do we even need that bloody light? We do for the quality, I think, don't we? Yeah, we need the light, don't we? He was gutted, yeah. Yeah, we didn't say much on the way home. I was gutted as well. I invested 6 hours watching him in the blistering sun. But we were sitting with Callum, actually. Callum Butlin in the chat there. His parents were there and we was having a lovely chat. Tell him it was really nice to meet him, Callum. Another face to a name. Yeah, I think the light is better, yeah. Looks better with the light on, yeah. Which I'm glad it is anyway, because obviously it took me a while to set all this up and get it right. Right, more paint Vicar. Do this and we'll start picking out some details in that Retributor armour. Yeah, you're both good lads. I actually left a bit sharpish because I knew the parents were of this lad that Max had an altercation with. He'd already had one altercation with them throughout one of the previous races, and I could see they was moaning. And I thought, I'm going to go because the last thing I want to do is have a fight over 2 kids at a bloody go-kart track. I'd get banned. It's not worth it. But at the same time, if I heard him slag Max off, I'd be up it like a fucking rat in a drain pipe. I just thought, I'll tell you what, I'm not in the mood for it. I'm going. It was the same person. Yes, it was. Yeah. Just when this person come behind Max and I was watching, I thought, oh shit. Yeah, I can almost predict the way that this is going to go. Right, I think I'm going to leave the dry brush in there for this particular section. Let me just clean my brush out. Yeah, it's not worth it, is it? Because it's just not worth it. At the end of the day, it's not Formula 1. They're not racing for the World Championship. It's almost hobby style, low level. No, not low level. What's the word? Not low level. I didn't mean it. That sounds derogatory. But just kids racing as a hobby, a sort of ambition to take it all further. It's meant to be fun though as well, and it ain't worth. Because if someone says anything about your kids, well, that's it. You're straight up, and it's not worth it. So I thought, I tell you what, I'm going. I'm off. Right, okay, Retributor armour. Let's give that a little cheeky shake. Now we can see some more detail being pulled out of the model. This will hopefully look really cool. This is a lovely contrast to that silver as well. Got a different brush this time. It's a brand new one. Very, very fine. Very fine. I'm only just going to use the point as well. And I think we'll start by painting these little pipes. Like I say, the conduit pipes. I don't want to touch them. But these, what would be sort of metal pipes, I do want to do them. So that's what we're going to do. Right, let's get you in focus. Oh god, we need more paint than that. What are you thinking? I'd have battered them. Well, yeah, you can't get involved in that. It only takes a little bit of paint. And don't forget the real look of this model is going to be those huge armor panels that we haven't even started yet. This is all underbody detail that is only going to be enhanced by what we do with the armor. The armor is all going to be rusty. It's going to look really cool. But this is just all underbody detail that it's just going to add to the model. Don't have to do it. It's not going to set it aside. It's just going to make it look really cool if you stop to take 2 seconds to look around it. Even parents at a parrot, yeah, I got you, yeah, exactly. You can see the parents, they bristle like fuck when they get overtaken, and I just laugh about it. You know, I know he wants to do something with F1. I think we're all realistic enough, and Max included, to know that he's not going to be an F1 driver. He might be. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not one of them parents that, you know, Max, you're going to be F1 driver, because problem with F1 is it's a very closed off. You only have to look at all the names in F2 to know that they're the brothers of the ones that are in F1. It's hard to get into. You need your own kart. He hasn't got his own kart. They use the karts there, the championship karts there, which is totally fine. So we're not silly. We know that he's not going to be an F1 driver or a champion, but of course he might be. You never know. He's a good racer. There's no reason why not. I'm not dampening his expectations. I'm being a realist. He wants to do something in F1, probably on the pit crew. But yes, a lot of the parents go there as if their kid is obviously going to be the next Lewis Hamilton, and they bristle, they get the arse. You can see them, and you can see how much pressure they're putting on their kids as well. You can see it. I'll go in there with no expectations of Max. You just do your best, Max. That's all you got to do. Here we go. Now we're talking, aren't we? We're talking now. Now I'm going to obviously complement that with other bits around the model as well. Yeah, it's cool. I love that. I like the contrast of these two colours. Thank you, Caroline. Can't it's just for fun? Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. It's like sim racing. You know, you can get spotted sim racing. Of course you can. You can get scouted, I think is the word. On the other end, you're in a pot of about 50 billion people playing it as well. So you go in there just with fun. Very blingy, yeah. Well, these are prized machines. They love these machines. You know, in the lore of Warhammer, these are revered, and like Chris says, both religiously and mechanically as well. So yeah, they would put a bit of bling on there. Not bling, but shiny parts. But yes, you can definitely see when parents push their kids, and it's almost like the kid don't want to do it, but the parent does. Like there's kids up there today. They're called. Oh God, I feel bad calling one particular kid out because I don't even know him. Don't even know what he looks like. But we're at karting. He's only young, and his name's Ayrton. So you know his dad full well is a F1 fan, don't you? You know it. And they're probably at karting because the dad's an F1 fan and he wants his son to be an F1 racer. But my God, that puts a lot of pressure on kids. It really does. Cool. This is the Mr. T of Warhammer. Yeah. Yeah, you wait till I do the armour. I'm thinking of doing the armour in gold and black. Black and gold. I'm thinking about doing it like that. No, there you go. That's cool. Now remember, this is all under detail. They push their kids to do their dreams. Exactly that. Which I don't think is particularly fair, is it? They also don't use oil. The tech is from 10,000 years ago. 10 years ahead of our time. Oh, nice. Magical future tech. So we can make our own tech up, really, can't we? Right, okay, I want to leave this braided stuff. That's fine. But we have got one here. So this one is braided. This one isn't. This is when I might need to get my head-mounted spectacles on. Me magnifying glasses. Oh, I tell you what, I do enjoy suddenly doing this on stream. I love the way that the channel's going now. Now I'm back from recuperating, 100% focus back on the channel. And I'm so glad now that we do model making on the channel. How cool is that? Like I say, I know it's not to everyone's taste, but that's alright. Most people on my channel, they're grown up enough to go, I don't like him when he does that, or like what he does there. I'll go in when he does such and such. I love that. Just trying to add as much variety, and I feel comfortable now. It was a bit weird. I did feel not uncomfortable, but it was proper out of my comfort zone doing this on stream. And it was a bit weird that I wasn't on camera as well. How crazy is that? That I felt a bit weird that you couldn't see me. It should have no relevance on it at all, but it just felt weird. But now with the modelling streams, I like not being on camera. Just concentrate on the model. Look at that. There you go. That's cool. Hello Joseph, how are you? Right, we'll do the other one as well. God, we've got so much detail. If you want to do it, you don't have to do it. You don't. That is the beauty of this. You don't have to do it. You know, if we took our time and did a really good job on the armor, you could put that below the armor as the frame, and I'm telling you now, that would look absolutely fantastic. It'd look detailed. That is enough, but it's not enough for me. But if you wanted to now finish building that model and put the armor on it, it would look absolutely glorious. It really would. There would be no problem with this. You know, it looks exactly how you want it to look. I love that chrome effect. Yeah, technology is run and maintained by chanting priests. Oh God. I do need to actually play Warhammer very soon. Loads of the regulars here, most streams for chat anyway. Yeah, I got you. In a non-offensive. Oh, that's a compliment, really, isn't it? That you come in to chat to me and everyone else that comes in. No, that's a compliment. And I know already a few people have gone, you know, wow, I think I'm going to get into modelling, or back into modelling, or this brings back memories. I think I'll go and buy a little Airfix model and have some fun. I love that. I love sharing it all. Yeah, I might put my little, I'll put this on. Now, don't laugh. Hello. Yes, this little sort of head thing. And you put these over your glasses. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's lovely. Love these chilled out streams watching you do modelling. Thank you, because I will do it for hours. And we're going to, you know, we're going to do this whole model on stream. All of it. Everything. But the contrast of painting these two particular pipes, one braided or conduit and one a sort of like a, you know, a fixed pipe, just doing these two different contrasts really adds a lot, in my mind anyway. It shows that you're thinking about the colours and detail. Turn the camera around, let's have a look. Oh God, no. It's not on it yet anyway. At the moment, I'm doing alright with my own glasses. There's only one problem with those glasses. You end up being that zoomed that you put the brush down where you think the brush is, behind these sort of 4 times magnified, and you go onto another part of the model and you think, oh shit, it's all the way over there. Really weird effect, actually. Really weird. Where's Max? He might be up there stropping. I don't know. No, he's not. He's playing something with his friends, I think. He's not stropping, I'm only joking. It was very soul destroying for him. But hopefully he's got to learn. You can take something away from every race. Actually, you can take something away from every corner. Every corner of every race, you can take something away and learn something. He didn't particularly do anything wrong, but they did black flag him. So he had to go in, serve his penalty, get a telling off, and then he come out last, poor sod. Oh, you could see just from his body language. Oh my god. I was like, right, I'm out of here. Thank you, Watter. Thanks, mate. I ain't fucking scared of anyone, especially when my kids are concerned, but I just thought to myself, I'll tell you what, I ain't in the mood for this. I've just sat here watching it for 6 hours. I do not want to end up having a fight of a parent over a small collision. It's not worth it. Just going to touch this up. This paint dries very, very quickly, and we're only putting a small amount on there. The only thing you have got to be careful of is dry brushing now. Hey, Crafty Martin and Tyler. You got Tyler for the weekend. Awesome. Hello, Tyler. How are you? Thank you very much, Crafty. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, we got that. What do you think of the two different sort of contrasts? And that's only one contrast. Obviously, don't forget, by the time we get the armor on, we're looking at this as if we've got to make this look like the finished product. But in effect, don't forget, that's the finished product. I mean, I know it's difficult to get that all in the camera. Let's move that over. So we're concentrating on those legs, right? The front of the legs. You don't even see them. You don't even see them. Look how much we've got left to do of the model. That is really going to add all that detail. This is why I love just concentrating on that detail, because if we can make that look good, can you imagine how good it can look when we finish that? Look how much work we've got to put in all the rest of it. But you can see there, actually, you can still peer up. Once we've got this armor plate on there, you can still peer up and peer behind it as well. That armor plate only goes over the front. It doesn't wrap around. So we're going to be able to see all the detail behind. So this is all going to be on show. Yeah, it's looking good. Really happy with this. Right, let's see what else we want to put that on. Well, if you look underneath the armor, you can see it exactly mondo. Right, what else do we want to put some detail on? Because I don't want to swamp it with this gold, because if I get the dry brush back out, which I'm going to, and do the slightly lighter silver, I don't want to end up dry brushing silver, the gold. We don't want that. So I'm just thinking, what else? Remember, less is more sometimes. Yeah, less is definitely more. Now we can go through, once I get my goggles on, we can go through and touch up each an individual rivet if we want to. I'll tell you what I will do though. We are going to paint this. Because I think that will look cool. Yeah, I'm going to go for my goggles, I think. There we go. Now if I do that, oh my god, now I can see perfectly. Wow, that's good. You don't know what I want to. You don't want to know what I look like at the moment. Yeah, I can see some good detail in there now. Go around the outside first. My eyesight's actually deteriorated over the last probably about 4 years. Show us, you can have a look. I'll tell you what, you want to have a look? Bloody hell, the things I do for you lot. Are you ready for this? Seriously, are you ready? I've even put the microphone stuck on it. Okay, you ready? Oh god, I'm going to fucking regret this, isn't it? Look at me eyes, look. This could be your lucky day. I've even got my microphone set up to it. Look, it's cool though, because you've got shitloads of other magnifyings as well. See the things I bloody do for you lot. I just don't care, do I? Bloody hell. Yeah, but it means that I can get a really, really good job on. It's a bit like bifocals. I've got to look up to look into the paint pot. I've got to look down to look at the screen, and then look in here. That's it. I've got to make sure that you've got everything I've got. It's best to try and layer this up, this paint. I need to work out when I'm going to start my F1 model, but I'm so balls deep in this model, and I did say to you that I would do it all on stream, so I'm concentrating on not getting this done, but getting this done. The F1 cars probably won't be done 100% on stream. There's so many little bits that need painting, and obviously they need to dry. But hopefully I can get to a stage where I think, right, I've painted that. I've got about an hour's worth of building or a bit of extra paint that I can do on stream, and then we'll come on for an hour or so. This is where I use the gold. Yeah, definitely, Spartan. That is possible, isn't it? Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, you could do. That light is blaring that out, isn't it? Look, it's washing it out completely. Look. It's really hard to capture, and they are just webcams after all. It's quite an expensive webcam, but it is a webcam after all. Yeah, it does wash it out a little bit. What percentage are we on now? Is it going to be a screenshot done? I don't believe you're going to do that. That's horrible. Maybe video. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Cut it to a good result. Yes. Do you remember when I did the unboxing of the Xbox S and in fact the PlayStation as well? I unboxed it in the afternoon, didn't I? And recorded it, and then went live, and it was like, oh wow, we're going to have to wait ages for all the updates and games to install. No, I've already recorded it, and I sort of played that, so I might do that. Come on and go, right, okay, this is what we've done so far, and just clip to a little video of all the bits that we've done. All good. And as we go round a second time, the paint will really start to take. Can you see it okay? Is it alright? Yeah, you definitely need a couple of layers of this, but that's fine. Cool. Yeah, I do love this contrast. Just cutting out that cog. I'm not sure how much of this detail will get covered up. I don't think this bit gets covered up, but it doesn't matter. It's there, isn't it? It's there. Melody did. Oh, she did. Wow. Melody, you know, it's like when I wore the purple joggers or the sandstone shorts. You think you're amongst friends, you know. Oh, shall I get changed, or do you think I'll be alright with me sandstone shorts? No, they won't say nothing. All bloody stream. Oh, what shorts are they? Now it's all like, oh, come on, show us what you look like with your goggles on. We're all friends here. Snapshot, straight to Twitter. Well. So what happened with the purple joggers? We're friends here. I'm in my comfy stuff. They won't say nothing. I've even named the stream the one with the purple joggers. Oh my god. You would have thought I was running for Prime Minister. Oh, that's nicely all detailed in there. That's lovely, that is. Cool. Stay bloody still. There you go. Oh god, that light is just washing everything out, isn't it? I'm gonna have to rethink my lighting, I think. I really am. Hello Davidoff, how are you? Yeah, I've got Train Sim World, but I haven't installed it yet. I've got it. I've been sent it, but I just haven't had time to do it. And my daughter's coming home Sunday, so I don't even know if I'm going to be stream ready by Tuesday, but oh well, it's all good. My streaming won't go 100% on track until everyone's back at school anyway, because summer holidays, isn't it? It's important. My daughter's coming home for a week. I don't want to just say, right, I'll see you later, I'm streaming. Just going to let that dry for a second. But yeah, you can start to see now we're talking, aren't we? Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now we're doing it. Little bits of gold, it all makes a difference. Bearing in mind that most of it is going to be hidden, but it doesn't matter because that detail is there and it's going to end up being, hopefully, a highly detailed model. What do you think of them? I haven't played them yet, Davidoff. No, I haven't played them. Whoa. Right, shall we do some of these cables? Let's do some cables. Red and green. That's what we'll do. I'm just going to clean my brush. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if we're going to keep it. Might paint over it. I'm not sure how much we're going to see it, but let's do it anyway. So what I want to do is paint some of these pipes. Let's pick out some red and some green. Just see how we get on. Let's choose red. That's going crazy detail, but why not? Again, I don't know how much you're going to see on stream. Let's get the old goggles on. Wouldn't you like to see them again? You will never see them again. Thanks to Melody. Is it on Twitter? I'm going to bloody check, see if it's on Twitter. I bet you it is. Is it? Let's have a look. Oh God. Let's have a look. Oh my good God, you have as well. You have as well. The thing is, you didn't take the right picture. It just looks like I've got something white on my head. Wow, you did do it. Oh, look what Matt's put as well. Bloody hell. Awesome. Wow. You know, what can I say? Right, let's get painting it. See how we are. Let's get you in the right position. Now this might not be any good. I've got a bit of water in the brush, I think. It's alright, Melody. It's alright. It's alright. Calm down. It's alright. Everything's alright. It's all content, isn't it? Right, are you in position? Yes, you are. Oh, too much paint on the brush. Yeah, a little bit too much paint on the brush there, but that's nothing we can't work with. We need a green to contrast that, I think. Oh yeah, that does look good actually. Again, you probably could do that with Sharpies. Could do it. A little bit of detail in there. That's not going to hurt, is it? That's not going to hurt at all. Well, it's hard to make sure you've got the right view. Went for an interview at Greg's 2 weeks ago. Still haven't heard if I got the job yet. I thought they would have let me know by now. Well, is there a closing date on the interview? If it's past the closing date, then no, you haven't got it. If it isn't, then you never know. You might get called back. Should tell you the closing date. Oh, I like that. That's pretty good. What do you think? It's alright, isn't it? Well, you don't have to be annoyed at Greg's because you didn't get the job. You just try harder on the next one. Oh. You wouldn't be annoyed if you got the job, would you? Yeah, we can touch that back up with a bit of a wash. What do you think? Let's have a look without that. Don't call us, we'll call you. That's alright, isn't it? Yeah, we'll go with some green now as well. We'll put some green over that. I've got some green here. Wag flesh. Bit of wag flesh. I hate when people don't give a response from interview. Yeah, you should always get a response. I can't see that Greg would interview you and not give you a response. Yeah, I can't see that they wouldn't let you know either way. They'd send you just an email to say, thanks for your interest in working for Greg's. Unfortunately, on this occasion, you haven't been successful. However, we will keep your details on file, and should any other similar job opportunities arise, feel free to fucking whatever. No, there wasn't a closing date. There will always be a closing date. Always. Oh, that's hang on a minute. That's not good. Oh, I don't know what's happened with the green, but it's a bit weird. Yeah, we need some green over that. Go down there. Fucking go down there, mate. Wait, you what? Oh, this is going to be really hard. Right, can you see what I'm doing, most importantly? Then you F-bombed. Yeah, I know. Oh god, there's fuck all on the brush. Something wrong with the paint. It's gone a bit weird in there. Some of them do. Right, that's Greg's boycotted. I don't know. Really? What about their fucking donuts are just to die for, aren't they? I don't know. Should we boycott it? What do you think, Davidoff? Is it what Davidoff would want? I mean, it could be that this detail is actually better off done with a toothpick. Right, it's covered up that splodge of red that we had a mishap on. That's done that. Let's have a look. What can you see? A little bit of green in there. Yeah, this brush might be a step too far for that detail. Might. Yeah. Let's move over to a slightly bigger pipe. Give him a ring. Yeah, definitely, yeah. If they say no, say, well, can I have a fucking steak bake at least? Come on. Help a brother out. We need a yellow for one of the pipes as well, don't we? But this sort of detail definitely doesn't hurt. There's nothing wrong with this at all. I suppose it's the sort of detail that's going to set your model aside from other people's. Yeah, maybe a little Sharpie might be a better bet. Any pink on there? I don't know if I've got pink. We can make pink. This is not a pink moment, I'm afraid. Red is as pink as you're getting. But this is the sort of detail where just because you're painting this detail, you don't have to scream the detail. You don't have to, oh, look over here, I've spent 10 minutes painting this. No, you don't have to do that. It's just that if people want to have a look, they might go, oh, wow, all the pipes are, yeah, I did that. You know, it's that sort of detail. Yeah, what do you reckon? Looks alright, doesn't it? Definitely need a yellow in there. Now I need to clean my brush. I don't know anything about Train Sim World 3 because I was recuperating when they released it or announced it, and I just haven't had a chance to try it. Davidoff, I've got it. It's on the PC. I can't show it till next Tuesday anyway, so I haven't really been that bothered. I've got F1 and I've got this model to build, so it just hasn't been a highlight. Right, I thought I had a yellow actually. What was I using? I have got a yellow. Where's my yellow? I'm sure I've got a yellow. Maybe not. Let's put some of this on. Let's put some of this back on. The Retributor armour. Happy little accidents. Yeah, that's all it is, isn't it? It's all like, oh, there's me yellow over here. Look, I have got yellow. Right, Retributor armour can go. You might have more luck with the request before the Twitter installment. Yeah, I mean, 3 words. What the fuck, Now she's got me swearing and everything. Right, let's put the glasses back on. I bloody love doing this amount of detail. I fucking love it. This is exactly what I love. I can also do all the rivets in a minute as well, which is great. What do you reckon on that? Just that if you're going to peer in there, wow, there's some detail to bounce out at you. It should be green, yellow. It's not 240 volt, Chad. Come on. This is like at least 220 volt. I'll just splodge that. Balls. Just splodge that. See if I can suck it back up. Me finger slipped. Yeah, that's the good thing. You can absorb it back up with a wet paintbrush. I only wanted to do a little bit. Are you all happy? You all right? You all chilling out? What do you think about busting out the high heels? Yeah, I've only worn high heel once on a video, and it was done for just a pure joke. Oh, it was so funny. I've worn my wife's tights in the old intro, when I was doing the bank robbing thing. So I've worn my wife's tights on stream, and I was doing a video where I did a little room tour, and I got to the pedals and I thought, oh fucking hell. So I got some high heels and I put them on, squeezed into them, and before I uploaded it, when my wife came home from work, I said to her, right, I'm just going to show you something, right? I'm just going to show you, I made a video, I'm just going to show you this video and I want your initial reaction. And I played it, I went, right, here it is, it's coming. Oh god, she pissed out laughing. So I pressed the upload button immediately on that. That was really cool. And ever since then, I've sort of been accused of wearing high heels. Even if he was in the Conan stream the other day, Max was getting carried away a little bit. When I told him to stop shouting, and it's not a Fortnite stream, he might have been a little bit of offended. I don't know why, but he started saying, "You wear high heels." And no, Max, I wore them once for a joke on a video. I don't wear high heels. It's not something I do. I just did it once for a joke. Right. Oh god, this ain't the most comfortable bloody contraption to wear. Right, here we go. Back in with the detail. There's quite a few of these little bits, so I shall paint them all in this colour. Oh, Davidoff, that's very nice of you. I appreciate that. I wonder who's going to get it. Who's going to get it? Thank you, Davidoff. That is really nice of you. I don't know what I'm going to do about the member stream because I'm too behind, aren't I? I was going to do it, but my daughter's due home. I said to my missus, I might just do it in... Oh, bloody hell. What month are we in? Hang on. What month are we in? We're in... It's August, isn't it? Yeah. It's August. May, June, July, August. I might just do free... I might just leave it till September and do 3 times £30 vouchers, but it's all good. This is a safe space. Right, that's that. Do you like that? You like that? Oh, this is coming up well, isn't it? This is the sort of little bits of detail that I love. We've moved this. That's a nice shot there. We've brought this model alive. This is for your hard work. Keep it up, my friend. Thank you, Davidoff. I appreciate that. You're a lovely geezer. We've brought this from sprue plastic now to metal, now to detail, and we're not even finished. We're not finished. The first model, I know, but it all went tits up because I went into hospital, didn't I? That's the only reason. That's the only reason. And then I had the time off, and you said you understood. You lied to me. You said you understood. I do like the member stream. Don't think I'm getting out of them. It's just time. It's just time. Oh, no, it's not time. I always set aside time for them, don't I? And I always say, it's a member stream. Let's do it for about an hour. 3 hours later, we're still doing it. So no, it's not time. It's time in. It's time in. At the moment where I'm just behind. Who got it? Mr. Din was gifted a membership. Oh, lovely. Thank you. I like the way that works, actually. That's cool. Oh, I'm loving the way this is working. This is fucking awesome. Look at that. I'm very happy with that. That is really cool. I would like to do some down there, but I don't know that. I don't want to mess it up. I'm tempted to get right in there and do one of them pipes. WTG? What the gittins? What the granny? What does that mean? What does WTG mean? Let's do it in there. I know full well. No, I'm not going to do that. The armour will go over the top of there. What do you think of this, Chris? You like this? You like this sort of shit? Oh, way to go. Oh, God, I'm so old, aren't I? I'm so bloody old. I don't even know what all acronyms are. But this will set your model aside if you take the time and effort to do this. Mark Peters gifted one. Oh, thank you, Mark. Oh, you're lovely people. Absolutely lovely. Hello, Daryl. Almost as old as a couple of people here. I know. Honestly, I can't tell you how much I enjoy streaming. I'm so glad to be back properly. So glad. I did plan in the back of my mind to go all the way through summer until the kids go back, but I just couldn't. I could not carry on streaming. I just couldn't. I just woke up that day and went, well, that's it. I've got to stream now, you know. It's weird. It becomes part of you. I've been doing this for quite a while now, haven't I? 5 years. 5 years. That's a long time, isn't it? Those small details are really making the model into something else. Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly how much of this we're going to see, but I don't care. I don't care. I know it's there. And it's also nice just to do this and relax and chat with you. I'm just hoping the camera angle's alright for you. But it's not exactly taking a huge amount of skill or effort to put in these details. And look at what we've got. Look at that. That's fucking awesome. I don't mean that's awesome what I've done. When I say, oh, that's awesome, I don't mean, oh, wow, look what I'm doing, it's awesome. I don't mean that at all. I just mean I'm really happy with it. And you don't have to do this. This is not necessary. Absolutely not necessary. All you need is a bit of variety in the paint and a nice paintbrush. You do need a half decent paintbrush. Right, okay, that's all good. Alright, let's wash the old brush, have a freshen up. Yeah, Audi joining in 2026. I was hoping that, I mean, I love Porsche anyway. I was hoping that Porsche was going to come in as an individual F1 company, but it's not. It's going to go bloody Red Bull. Audi's coming in as an individual, isn't it? Bit disappointed that Porsche's coming in with Red Bull. How did Max get on? Yeah, not brilliantly. I was just chatting about it. He did do really well. I mean, he went through all the 3 heats, did really well. Got a qualifying position. It's like a point system. It's a bit weird the way they do it, but he managed to get a He managed to get a grid position of 7th in the final heat, and he was 2nd all the way through, right up until 2 or 3 minutes to go. Then he had an altercation with someone. Someone unfortunately bloody spun off, and Max got a black flag and had to go in, serve his penalty, and come out last. So it was a quiet ride home, let me tell you. Right, I'm looking for my rusty colour because I want to do some rusty rivets. Let's have a look. It doesn't have to be done tonight, but I would like to start that effect if I can find it. No. What was I using for rust? I could use one of these colours actually for rust, couldn't I? Maybe this little one here. I could use that one for rusty rivets. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm always posting in pictures of job opportunities. Yeah. I say, write to them now. Tell them that you're... Tell them how old you are. Tell them how interested you are. And write to them once... You know, this is what I would do, given half a chance. Sort of like a... Not your time again. I don't want my time again. But if I was young, I said, imagine writing to them every 6 months. Letting them know how you're getting on. You know, it just... These little things, they set you aside from other people, don't they? I don't think he'll do it, but it's fine. Yeah, not harassing, just like, yeah, it's me again, it's Max. You know, this is what I'm doing at the moment. That's what I would do, and I can't force him to do these things. I can only tell him what I would do. Right, I'm only going to do one rivet of this because I don't know if it's going to be the right colour or not. I've got no idea. It looks like a sort of mud colour, but we'll see. Which might work. Yeah, exactly. Imagine if the person that you write to every 6 months, by chance, is still there when you go for an interview, and you go, you know me, and they go, what do you mean I know you? I've been emailing you for the last 4 years or whatever it is. And they go, oh my God, you're Max. Oh, you're ahead of the other people sitting in the waiting room, aren't you? I don't think that's going to work. That's not showing up enough. I mean, as a business owner, I would appreciate that. That would go, wow, that would go so far. Yeah, that's not working. Good idea, but it's not enough. It's not enough. I really like those little details though. I really like that. I suppose what we should do actually is do it on the other side, shouldn't we? Oh, Shannon got it. Oh, was that the other gifted sub? Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Oh, yeah, they love a bit of a work experience. Yeah, yeah. Also talked to him about going in the Navy as well, getting some kind of engineering degree in the Navy. 'Cause, you know, he loves a bit of that anyway. I don't know, coming out the Navy with your degree and then going into F1 is, you know, it's a route, isn't it? It's a route. Right. So we're going to do exactly the same. That new picture, oh bloody hell. No, don't. Right, I've got to look on Twitter now. Fuck's sake. I've got to put my little glasses up. No, what are you talking about, Zevo? There's nothing there. Unless you didn't unless you didn't tag me in. Right, back on with the red cable. Maybe look again. No, I'm not going to. See, look, it's not taking a huge amount of skill to do this, is it? Just a little fine brush. A little bit of red. And we've got something that stands out and doesn't look exactly like the instructions. I'm completely forgiven. Wow, you wait. I'm going to go on your Twitter account in a minute. My wife's singing, putting the washing on, so she must be happy. That's how I rate it anyway. I can hear her next door or outside the door. Just making sure I've got the right camera angle for you. We can't rush this. I know we're not getting through much here, but this build, you know, I will pre-warn you, this could go on for weeks. Absolutely weeks. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter to me anyway. There's no rush to get this model done. What's the point of rushing? What, to say it's done and then what? Oh, it's done. Lovely. No fresh tea, yeah. No, I think I've just heard a clattering of a cup. Do the old traditional wife test. Nice. Okay, we've got a bit of green coming down there as well, haven't we? Got to wash the old brush out. Thank you ever so much for coming in though. I do mean that. You could be doing so much more with your Friday night than hanging out with me. Singing Baby Shark. Oh god! I tell you what, I've been watching a lot of videos of, and you know, I always like to share things, don't I? I've been watching lots of videos about parrots. I think it's been bubbling away in my mind for a little while actually. I think I'm going to get a parrot. I don't know. I know Pug's got a parrot. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. It's not something I'm going to rush into because I want one that, a bit like Eva really. I want a challenge that I can train and yeah. Been thinking about it. Once I start watching loads of videos about something, it invariably happens. And the little thing would live in this room, so you'd be seeing it. Imagine having a little parrot walking across the desk now. Rachel, pretty much finishing off in bed. Yeah, what is the time actually? Oh God, it's 10 o'clock. I mean, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have put that second stream notice up, because what if we carry on for a while? I don't know, because if we're going to do a second stream, really we've got to end in a minute. Here she is. What are you laughing at? Oh, well, okay.
Big eyes, you know.
I looked at her with my glasses on. I went, what are you laughing at? Of course I know what you're laughing at.
Double layered.
Double layered. Double vision.
Well, you're doing F1 after?
I don't know. Look at that.
What's the vote? Oh my god.
I know. Yeah, the vote is F1,
I
but...
heard you talking about rusty rivets.
Rusty Rivets, yeah.
Drag queen name.
It's not my drag queen game. Get out of it.
Nice one, Mum.
Rusty Rivet would not be my drag queen. Get the high heels. The thing is, you sort of end up holding your bloody breath when you're doing these bits. For some reason, the green is it's all dried up. Hello, Eva. Hello, darling. No, don't nudge my arm, sweetheart. Come on, we only need a bit of green. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll finish at 10:30 then and go over to, I think it's F1, isn't it? My only problem with F1, I'm going to start again and we'll do the first race again, probably with a different team. Although I do want to do it with Alpha, but we had some problems yesterday. And I've had to turn the tutorial off to get it to progress. I did the same race earlier today and the same thing happened. Right, there's the green. That's all good. What we got now? Got a bit of gold. Caravan park. Oh god, yeah. Tiramisu. You had to turn your tutorial off as well. What, did you have the same thing, Callum? It wouldn't let you progress. I mean, it's fine. They'll sort it out. I've got no qualms that they're going to sort it out. It's just a bit of a pain. Game testers don't seem to exist anymore, do they? We're the game testers. They'll chuck it out to us. We'll pay and then we'll fix it. No, I tried pressing square, Christine. I tried everything, unfortunately. I hope you're getting a good enough angle, because I've got these bloody zoom lenses on. It's hard to see what you're seeing. I just got to clean my brush a little bit. Right, where are we? So we've got that. Stop moving, for fuck's sake. So much to do, isn't there? So much left to paint. But we're a glutton for punishment, because like I say, you don't have to do this. Of course you don't. You don't have to do this, but I want to do it. Bosh, there's that. That's all looking good. Streaming tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow, Saturday? No, we're doing some jobs around the house tomorrow, actually. I mean, I might sneak on in the evening, you never know. Never say never. Okay, and we've got this back bit as well, haven't we? Yeah. Oh God, we've got all the arms to detail. I like not rushing though. As he turning around my missus saying, what are you laughing at? But I've also got these glasses on my head as well. Yeah, this is my enjoyment. Exactly, Chris. Yeah. Yeah, there's no point rushing it. So all you do is get the next model out then, isn't it? Right, I'm going to leave that there. What I'm going to do is now, and I can take my glasses off for this. And put my headset back on. Oh, that's good, Tom. Or Tomb. Well, it's not good that you've had a stressful day. It's good that I've been able to help somewhat. Right, what I'm going to do now is just to sort of not finish the detail on this bit, but finish the dry brushing, or at least almost finish, because I'm going to do loads of detail on there. Look at that, look. That's what I mean. If we was carrying on all night, we'd get more done. But let's do some F1. But in the meantime, let's do some of this dry compound as a dry brush. This is a little bit more messy. It is like a dry paint. It's horrible actually. I don't really like it. Yeah, it's more of a powder than anything else. What are you doing, Ethan? Why are you licking the floor? What sort of tramp are you? Right, just mixing this up. Get it done. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Now all this is going to do is be a slightly lighter shade of silver, and we're literally just highlighting bits, nothing special at all, because then we've got different layers, haven't we? Yeah, you can see the difference in there. This then becomes a very scruffy, just all over it. Ah, lovely, Tom. Yeah, so when I do F1, I'm going to be starting again, basically. Are you alright with that? And hopefully we can get through it without it breaking. It's come up well though, isn't it? I'm really happy with it, I've got to say. Yeah. Like I said at the start, it was a bit of a worry, because I thought, well, what if it's a bit shit? What if it, like, anyone can build a model and anyone can put washes on, but it's painting where the sort of like individual skill comes in. And I thought, what if it goes a bit shit? You know, it's a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? I have to bloody start again, but actually it's come up alright. And when David said he presumes it's metal, that was a compliment without even realising it, because it does look like metal, doesn't it? Absolutely looks like metal. I mean, we've got this entire arm to do. Look at that. That's got a piece of armour that goes across the top there as well. But we're still... Look at the hydraulics in there. Shock absorbers. Everything's bloody shock absorbers with me, isn't it? Also like the freedom that I've built up for myself on the channel. It's not based around one game or even one genre. You know, if I want to try modelling, it's just available for me, isn't it? And you as well. Bloody love that. Bloody hell, I'm very, very happy with this. It means hydraulics, yeah. Yeah, another 5 minutes and we'll finish up for tonight. I think we've actually done alright for tonight though. We progressed. The model looks a lot better now than when we started, and that's progression, isn't it? It is progression. No, too much paint. What's going on? Chuck a little bit of silver on that conduit. We've got a lot of detail to put on there as well, where the brush is now. That could be all detail. Good night, Melody. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the picture. Appreciate that. Oh, God, yeah. Definitely want to get the rust out for the rusty rivets, though. I'm sure I did it on here. Did I? Yeah, I did do it on here. Look. Can you see the rivets are a slightly different colour? Only slightly. This isn't finished, by the way. There's still a lot of detail. I haven't even finished painting him yet. But yes, I've done the rivets a slightly different colour there. Again, just a little bit of detail. Even though there are hundreds of rivets, but it don't matter, does it? What do you think? Now, of course, this bit here is the arm, and also you might be thinking, well, what's this bit? We've got a whole load of detail to put in there. We've actually got on the top of the armour a little, almost like a viewing, like a bonnet. You can open up the bonnet and see the man sitting inside. You don't have to do that with this model. They do give you a choice, because it is a lot of detail to deal with. But yeah, we're doing that as well, of course. You can see how much lighter this is. There's a little bit of a blob of silver there, but that's all right. I don't mind that. Yeah, you can see how much lighter than the lead belcher this is, which again is adding just another layer of silver detail. That chrome has worked out beautifully. I'll put another couple of layers on there next time. I'm guessing that's where his balls would sit. That's why we've got a cock flag to put on this. Believe it or not. It's like a groin flag. I don't think they put him on when he's fighting, because that would just be weird. I think it's like a display thing. Hello, John. How are you? So good he said it twice. Yeah, we're starting to look metallic-y down there, aren't we? Why does this always happen to me? we're starting to get detail in here now, John. Detail such as, check that out. Oh yeah, you're looking good there. And all detail such as all the metal now is all burred up, all dry brushed. We've got chrome. Very happy with it. Very happy indeed, actually. He's looking lovely. Yeah, it's looking alright, isn't it? Buy the coats for the week. I'll buy the coats for the weekend. Oh, nice. Alright, you're having a good time with your family there, mate. Is that when you normally... Is it you, that John, that goes there with the other members of your family? I'm sure you do. I'm sure, I won't say where it is, but I'm sure we've had this discussion. You go there with members of your family, like every year you try to, do you? Is that right? Just to prove that I'm a very attentive YouTuber. Oh, the metal is just looking fantastic now, isn't it? Look at that. Eva, you're snoring, darling. Yeah, it's a different place. You've been... Yeah, beginning with N, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I've got you, John. Right, I think, my darlings, we are done. And I'm now going to go and get set up for F1. Let me just put him on. And we can have a little look through him. Let me get the other camera out. I'm just going to put a little manual focus on there as well. 2 seconds. No, that's hard to focus. Oh, bloody hell, hang on. Oh no, it's alright. It's alright. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, that's where we're ending up tonight. Look, we've got different bits of all metal on there. Oh god, it's so hard to film and keep it all in focus. It's quite a big model actually. I mean, don't forget, like the normal Warhammer models stand about that tall, up to about there, I would say. So you can see how big he is. Move your headwear. No, that's not on at the moment. I've just got the normal one on. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, you know. Well, I'm very happy with it. And we've only just started as well. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And you won't see him take shape until we get all the armour on. We've got these hands to weather up exactly the same. That's going to be cool. We've got this whacking great big gun. I mean, I could spend a week on that gun. I'm not even joking. So there's loads to do here, absolutely loads. So thank you very much. No, I didn't see Melody's second pick, but I will have a look. I'm going to go have me tea now, go and set up. It'll probably be about 11 o'clock. I'll come back on for some F1 Manager. If you're not coming in for that because it's too late, all good. I will see you next time. Have a lovely weekend, and thank you for watching tonight. I'll see you next time.